to talk about how you can play a song called In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. And it starts off with this cool drone around a D note where you can play open D. It's kind of a bass idea. And eventually we end up with this cool little lead guitar part where you can kind of play 8 on the high E, 10 on the high E, and then do a 10 as a bend on the high E string. And kind of back to 8 is kind of a cool idea too. 8, 10, 10, bend, pull off to 8. And then from there, you'll kind of hear the bass start moving actually kind of from that open D to the 3rd fret on the A string, to the 1st fret on the A string, and then back to 3rd fret on the A string. So it's kind of this open D idea, and then 3rd on the A string for kind of a C note, and then 1st fret on the A string for a B flat note, and then we'll be going back to the C with for kind of a note to work a C. So you'd have kind of that D, C, B flat, C that kind of goes through a lot of our song, actually kind of our main chorus. And we could back that up with chords by going to a D minor chord. When we play D minor, first finger goes to high E on the 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, 3rd or 4th finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the 1st finger and making that a D suspended 2nd, or you could add in the pinky on the high E and kind of make it a D suspended chord and kind of say some things around the D minor chord. Or if you dig on bar chords, you could kind of do this as kind of a 5th fret bar, 2nd finger on the B string 6th fret, 3rd finger on the D string 7th fret, and the pinky on the G string on the 7th fret. It's kind of a D minor idea. Or you could even lift off the pinky and make that a D minor 7 kind of an idea. And then from that D, when you kind of hear the bass start moving, or we kind of end up going from the D minor to a C major chord. Let me play C major. First finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret, and if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord and sounds really happy. Now on C's in general, it can be kind of cool to add in the pinky and kind of make that a C major 9. You may want to avoid C major 7 for this tune, but that could be cool too actually. If you take the C and kind of lift off the 1st finger, that's C major 7. You can kind of say some things around the C. Or if you dig on bar chords, you could do this as a 3rd fret bar, 3rd finger over the D, G, and B, and kind of work that for your C major. Or you could even use power chords actually. You could kind of do a C5 power chord where you do 1st finger on the A string 3rd, 3rd finger on the D string on the 5th fret, kind of work a C5. And for the D even, you could do a D5 power chord where you got 5th fret on the A, 7th fret on the D string, kind of make that a little walk down, especially if you're starting out. That might be kind of a cool way to follow it. And then that B flat note, we could do a B flat major chord. Normally you do this as a 1st fret bar, 3rd finger over the D, G, and B, and kind of work that as kind of a B flat major, as kind of a double bar idea. Or you may dig on a B flat major 7. This is playing against the tune a little bit, but kind of 1st fret bar, 2nd finger on the G string 2nd, 3rd finger on the D string on the 3rd, pinky on the B string on the 3rd. Kind of work that for your B flat. It's kind of a B flat major 7. Or you could play a smaller B flat by doing 1st finger on the high E 1st fret, 3rd finger on the G string 3rd fret, pinky on the B string 3rd fret, kind of work that for your B flat. It might be cool to kind of keep that D in the bass actually. Or you could use a B flat 5 power chord where you do 1st finger on the A 1st fret, 3rd finger on the D string on the 3rd fret. So we want to kind of play around with that. And actually that's probably the easiest way out through the tune is kind of that D idea to the C, and to the B flat is kind of a power chord idea. And then back to the C, and I'm doing kind of 8 downs on each chord and kind of working a little bit of muting to make that a little sneaky. So you might want to use that actually even for the intro. It can be kind of a cool idea. Or you can kind of do that idea with the whole chord to kind of, just that 8 down idea could be kind of a cool idea on the bigger chords if you wanted to kind of play around with that too. So D minor, C, B flat, C, kind of becomes our main chorus idea. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So you'd have D minor, down, down, up, up, down, and you can just do that a lot just to kind of get used to it. D minor, D minor. So if we tried that through that progression, we'd have that D minor, C, B flat, C, D minor, C, B flat, C. And we end up kind of repeating that 3 times and then going into kind of a D minor vamp where we just kind of stay on the D minor. So you kind of start with a vamp, kind of end with a vamp. The intro chorus. Actually, courses through the tune. Now another strum pattern that I would think about using through this song though is something called the 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you tap your foot to the beat right now, kind of dividing that into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. That's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide it into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the D minor and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you do on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, we would be doing an up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 which you can kind of use for the intro until that bass starts moving, then we kind of start following our chorus progression. C, B flat, C, D minor, C, B flat, C, D minor, C, B flat, C. At the very end, we kind of end up on that D minor vein. So you want to kind of play around with that a little bit. Now, on the D minor, though, in general, actually, this can be kind of cool because, like, especially since you got an open D string, when you're playing a D minor chord, you're really playing D's and F's and A's. And randomly, there are a couple other places you may want to kind of jump to on the D minor chord, where you could do first finger on the high E 5th fret, second on the B string 6th, third finger on the D7. And that's another way you play the D minor. Or you could even take your first finger and do like a little mini bar over the 10 on the E and the B and the G and kind of keep the open D string. So that could be a cool idea too, especially on those vamps, to kind of jump between those shapes for D minor. So we want to play around with that. Look very cool to kind of move around on the neck that way. And then from there, then we'll be going into our verse part. And our verse starts on D minor, but then we go to C, and then we go to our B flat major, but then we go to an F major chord. And normally you do this as a first fret bar, second finger on the G 2nd fret, third finger on the A 3rd fret, pinky on the D string 3rd fret, kind of strum all those together for an F major chord. Or you could substitute in an F major 7, where you do first finger on the B string first, second finger on the G 2nd, third finger on the D on the 3rd, and kind of strum the D string to the high E string for an F major. Or you may dig on the F power chord, where you do first finger on the low E string 1st fret, third finger on the A string 3rd fret, and kind of work just the E and the A string for an F5. So through that verse part, we have kind of that D minor, and you can work that down idea. Or you may want to try the down, down, up, down, which kind of be a really slow pace. C, B flat, B flat, F, F. Or if you're doing on the 16th, you have D minor, D minor, C, B flat, B flat, into our chorus part, which is kind of like that little piece of the intro. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on the first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can kind of throw in a bass for the chord. So on the D minor, you have D for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the B flat, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the F bar, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F major 7, you have the D for the bass. And if you're digging on the bar for the D minor, you'd have the A string for the bass on kind of that, if you kind of work in that slide idea. So if we tried that next chorus with kind of a bass down, up, down, up, we have D minor, C, B flat, C, D minor, C, B flat, C, B bases to that and have the bass down, up, down, D minor, C, E flat, F, or if you're digging on the basses, D minor, or the 16th fret, D minor with the basses, C, try and get that punctuation from the, you know, down, 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 down. It's got that big drum hit, you know, kind of match that with the rhythm. And then from there, we'll be going back into our chorus part, which is kind of our outro idea. Now, one other thing I would think about through the song, though, is doing this as a drop D idea. And this could be very cool because it's almost like a D drone through the tune. So if you take your low E string, and if you kind of loosen him up to a D note, D-A-D is kind of what I'm going for here. And let me check it on the tuner. We'll just make sure that pretty close there. So D-A-D, kind of retuning the guitar, and that's called drop D tuning. But what it does is it gives you a low D bass that you can work with your D minor shapes. And what can also be cool is you can take that B flat major shape we were doing from the beginning, kind of that first fret on the high E, first fret, third on the G, pinky on the B string. It's kind of like a B flat major, but now we got D in the bass, you know, kind of with it. And you can take that shape, and if you slid it over 2 frets, the 3rd and 5th fret, that's like a little C chord. So you could even work at this kind of a D minor idea from the 5, 6, 7. Slide it down to the 5, 5, 3. Slide it down to the 3, 3, 1. Slide it back to the 5, 5, 3. It's kind of that same chord progression with smaller shapes. Kind of thinking about the low strings as almost a drone kind of an idea. And you could kind of keep that idea going from that 10th fret bar that we were doing. A little C chord would be doing an 8th fret bar, 2nd finger on the G string 9. And if you slide that shape down 2 frets, that's your B flat major. And if you slide it back up to, that's the C. So you can even kind of work it that way too. Kind of working smaller shapes for those chords. Just kind of using the low D as kind of your big bass on that. Idea and apply it to your verse, but with some F majors. Actually, kind of digging on this, you could take a 1st fret bar over the E and the B, and 2nd finger on the G string on the 2nd fret is kind of an F chord idea. Or kind of taking a D major shape, but going 5th fret with this 1st finger on the G, 5th, 2nd on the high E, 5th, 3rd finger on the B string on the 6th fret. It's kind of a little F chord with the B in the bass. Another F would be taking that B flat shape we started with and sliding it up to 8 and 10. So now I got 1st finger on the high E8, 3rd finger on the G10, pinky on the B string 10. It's kind of like a little F major chord idea. So you could kind of play around with any of those actually for the F idea or get that. It's kind of like little chords with drones going on. So we try that through the verse. You'd have the D minor. You can do that anywhere. basics of how you get strummed through In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. So good luck.